All right, today's episode of Tequila Forever Tequila. I got a very special tequila that I'm gonna be doing a review on. Check it out. I got the newest
addition to the Volans familia. I got the añejo tequila.
I believe this is their first añejo release. Now this product is a limited release, only 2,700 bottles made. And this was aged for 1 year, 12 days in freshly dumped, first fill American white oak, French, and German oak barrels. From a little bit of research that I did on this tequila or about this añejo is that, the brand Volans, they had a very successful single barrel, reposado program, where they were experimenting with, various barrels, from world-class cooperage, bourbons, and wineries, to create, something special. So I think it was approximately 2 years ago or almost 2 years ago that, they started exploring the impact of different barrels and the spirits that, it once held. And it took, I think, almost about a year to find the perfect, to find a perfect combination of barrels for this tequila. So this is 70%, American white oak, and 20% German oak, 10% of French oak barrels. And keep in mind that these were freshly dumped. So when they received the barrels, when they were delivered to El Pandillo, they were still wet. They got them, sometime in late April of 2023. And on May 3rd that same year, they were filled with their Volans Blanco, with an ABV of 45%. And after that year and 12 days, it was May 15 of 2024, that's this year, just a few months ago, they emptied out the barrels. So for this tequila, I'm saying it's a very special tequila, the time, the process, everything that they went to try to create this amazing product, right? They got 20 barrels, 10 were for the reposado, and then 10 of those barrels were reserved for this añejo. Once they got those barrels and they had that, resting, before they even emptied out the barrels, they invited some friends, to come do some tasting, and everybody was taking notes, giving their feedback, basically selecting some barrels, which ones were their favorites, the best ones, and all that helped, develop and find the profile for this tequila. So 70% of that, which I said was the American white oak, were bourbon barrels, and 30% of that were wine, right? So I believe that 20% was from, I think it was the German oak, that held some Sonoma County, Bordeaux wine, and then the other 10% was the Russian River Valley wine, and I believe that would be the French oak. So it's 30% basically of, like wine barrels, and then 70% of the American oak that previously held bourbon. So once everything, was said and done, it came out at 42, ABV. So that's what this is right here. If you look at this bad boy right here, this is a lot darker, than a lot of Felipe Camarena's products. I don't think he has any, dark products right now that I'm thinking about it. Not even when you look at their, some of their extra añejos, like the G4s, the Terraltas, their Volans. A lot of them are like really light. Anyways, let's go ahead and get down to doing this review. Hopefully I explained myself as best as I could. And as far as the price goes on this tequila, I don't know, to be honest. I can tell you what I paid for this. I paid $123 a bottle. And I don't know if I overpaid or not. I just know that I haven't found any prices on the web. And when I looked up this añejo, I haven't seen it for sale. I don't have Instagram or nothing like that, but when I took a look, you know what I'm saying? Like sometimes you could take a quick look before they, block you or whatever. It just showed this post like 4 days ago. So I actually picked up this tequila, I think it was like Thursday or Friday of last week. And I tasted it. I want to do the review, but I was busy. Didn't have a chance to do it. But at the end I said, fuck it. What better day than to do it today, right? Mexican Independence Day, to celebrate with some really good tequila. So yeah, that's why I say this tequila is very special, is the barrel selecting, the tasting, the combination of the barrels, the first class spirits that it once held, and everything. And to begin with, Volans is an amazing product. So all that created this tequila. Like I said, it's a limited release, so obviously by everything that I said, it's nothing but positive things. You already know that I'm gonna recommend it, so if you do find a bottle, I suggest you pick it up. I'm a really good customer in a lot of liquor stores, so a lot of them know me. They don't know what I do. I'm a worker, of course. I don't live off this shit, you know what I mean? But I'm job like everyone else, but they don't know I do reviews and stuff like that. They just know that I really like tequila, and like I said, I'm a really good customer a lot of places. And when I came in the store, they were like, hey, look what we got. We're not gonna put it on the shelves yet. I was like, what is it? I was in a box, and I was like, Volans añejo. I opened it up. I was like, well, I gotta pick them up. He's like, we're not gonna release them yet, but how many bottles do you want? And I'll reserve them for you. I said, shit. Guess it depends how much it costs, right? So I just told him to hold like, one bottle, a couple bottles or whatever, and I was like, you know what? You gotta sell me this. And he's like, you know what? Come back tomorrow and we'll sell you the bottles, They're all sold out now. I got one case. They all sold out. And, I believe they only sold them to people that are like basically, they're daily customers and, people who truly appreciate tequila. I don't know if I should be proud of it, but I'm a tequilero. But anyways, let's go ahead and do this shit. It's taking long, right? All right. So let's take a look at it here in the glass. I'm gonna swirl this up. And yeah, it's probably difficult to see on camera like I always say, but I can see that it's really oily. It's sticking onto the glass. From what I see, that it has a very nice viscosity. And the color on this is like a dark brown or like amber color, you know what I mean? It's pretty dark. And it's like, say, as for Felipe Camarena, this is really dark, but it's cool. Something different, right? All right. So let's get down to talking about these aromas. Now that is beautiful. Man, I love it. Let me say something. When I first cracked open this bottle, I got like some strong aromas of maybe like ground chipotle powder, or I think it's what is that called, the coprica, which is like some bell peppers, like a chili powder that is made. That's the kind of the aromas that I was picking up, and they were quite heavy. And then I was like I was like inhaling it, just smelling it, and I was getting these other aromas, but that was like really strong. And then I came back to this, yesterday, and those aromas kind of mellowed down a little bit. It's like I said, that's why I don't always like doing the reviews on a fresh crack bottle, because I feel like it's really concentrated in there, right? It's like when you open up a bag of hot Cheetos and you smell like, whew, then they get a little better, right? That's kind of how I feel it is with tequilas. It has a little bit of space in there to kind of open up. I feel like the aromas really do open up. I don't know if it's just me, but that's how I feel. And I still got this like that chili powder, but not like spicy on the aroma. But I was able to pick up on a lot of the other aromas. And then right now that I'm nosing it, right? Let me tell you what I'm picking up on the nose in this. I still get a little bit of the paprika, or maybe like a chipotle powder. I'm picking up some mint, a little bit of light anise, vanilla, some baking spices. I'm picking up some minerals, some earthy aromas, and like some nutmeg. And there is a little bit of alcohol, but I mean, everything blends in perfect. Everything comes together. Everything is just, a perfect balance. So I'm really loving the aromas on this. I do get some sweetness out of this. I'm also picking up a little bit of like some fruity aromas. Perhaps a little bit of lime, but it smells delicious. There's just a perfect balance on this tequila. So, all right, so let's go ahead and do the tasting. Wow, that is just packed with flavors. Now that's the first sip of the day, so I'm not gonna start talking about the tasting right away. Just gonna let that settle in a little bit. But I mean, it's just flavorful. To me, the mouthfeel on this tequila is creamy. It's not like thick. It's a little bit creamy, buttery. It's silky, so it has a really nice mouthfeel to it. There is a little bit of heat that's followed by that, but on the flavor, I am picking up some spice, some pepper. And I'm picking up some herbs. There's like caramel, some vanilla, a little bit of oak, lime. I'm also picking up some barrel spice, and I do get that mint in the far back. So that's what I'm picking up on this tequila. I think this is a really, really good tequila, and perhaps my new favorite añejo as of now. I really am enjoying this. It's really, really good. I think when these bottles start popping up on the shelves, if I can find another one at a good price, I mean, I'm definitely gonna be picking up another one. I think they're probably gonna start hitting the shelves really soon. Like I said, I haven't seen prices. I don't know the MSRP. I haven't seen them online. Nothing, I was gonna do a review on the Blanco. Unfortunately, I drank it too fast. And when that was maybe a few months ago, when I looked online, it didn't show the añejo or anything like that. So, Anyways, this one says limited release number 2. That I don't know if that has anything to do with the extra añejo, because I know that the Volans 6 years, says limited release number 1. Because as far as I know, this is the first and only añejo that's out. I think after this one, they're going to be doing another barrel selection for next year's añejo. So I think this is going to be something that's going to be continuing. That's going to be a nice thing, because they're going to be different. They're going to be different, of course, and it makes it exciting that way, that you're going to be picking up always different aromas and flavors, but it's always the same blanco. So I think that's very important. So one thing I'm gonna say too, if you do find this tequila, or when you do find this tequila, at first, like I said, the aromas are really strong. Kind of have to let it open up sometimes. As of now, this is great. There's this nice sweetness, vanilla, butterscotch, everything, that anise, mint. But at first it was like a little bit like some chili, like I said. Maybe it's just me, but that's what I picked up on the nose. And I had to really dig in there for that anise. But as of now, like I'm saying, it's perfect. It's perfect. You know what I mean? Like I said, I like when the bottles just go down just a little bit, and then I'll come back to them, try them out, and that's usually when I like to do my reviews. That's why a lot of times I don't like doing first crack review, because I feel like sometimes later, as you try them out, tequila sometimes opens up, or you start picking up more flavors and aromas, and you're like, man, like I missed that. Man, that is fucking delicious. So what I'm gonna rate this tequila, I'm gonna rate this tequila a 93. Yeah, I mean, at $123 what I paid, it is a little pricey, but I mean, even at that price, I think this is worth it. I mean, I think it's really, really good. It's complex. There's nothing but positive things that I can say about this product. I think it's really good. I think I actually like it better than the añejo Widow Jane. I mean, as far as añejos, don't always like to compare añejos or whatever, but especially light ones, no dark ones or whatever. But I would say this is better, for me. So, happy Mexican Independence Day. Hope you guys do find these bottles on the shelf soon. Try them out. Let me know what you guys think. Hope you enjoyed the video. And salud.